Hey there ones! This image shows the 6 divergent views on human origin. The first one is the biblical view. The second one is the Sumerian tablet. The third one is the Hopi. The fourth one is the Gnostic teachings. The fifth one is the multidimensional model. And the last one is the Vedic chronology. So let me briefly discuss what each of them. I think most of you are familiar with the first one, the Bible story of the human origin. So basically, let me just briefly say the biblical blueprint on this one. The biblical account ultimately defines human origins through 3 core principles. Divine intent. Humanity is not an accident of nature or an afterthought. We are the intentional climax of the creation story. The second core principle is dual nature. We are unique bridges between worlds, part physical matter, dust, and part divine essence, breath. The third core principle is the inherited authority. Humans were placed on earth not as slaves to gather food for the gods, as in the older Sumerian tablets, but as sovereign caretakers endowed with free will and divine authority. Okay, so in regards to the Sumerian blueprint, what is the humanity's purpose? Humans were created strictly as a proxy labor force to feed, house, and serve the Anunnaki Council. What is the genetic heritage? Humans are explicitly described as a hybrid species, literally a blend of physical terrestrial matter and the blood intellect of an advanced cosmic lineage. What's the existential setup? Because humans carry the mind and blood of a god, humanity possessed an inherent spark of higher consciousness. This spark eventually allowed humans to evolve beyond mere labor, leading to the dramatic clashes between Enki and Enlil. The next one I'm going to talk about is the Hopi teaching. So, in the tradition of the Hopi people of the American Southwest, human origin is not a single linear creation event. Instead, it is a journey of evolutionary emergence through consecutive layers of reality. So the first world began in pure harmony under the Creator and His assistant. And humans were created from clay and endowed with a soft spot on the top of their heads to receive divine vibration. When humanity forgot their spiritual connection and allowed negativity to take over, that world was destroyed. The righteous few were guided underground to shelter with the ant people until it was safe to emerge into the second world. So we are currently living in the fourth world, and each transition requires humanity to physically emerge from a lower vibration into a higher one through a hollow reed or portal, making our origin a story of continuous spiritual refinement and survival. Next one I'm going to talk about is human origin based on the Gnostic teaching, the Sophia spark, and the archons. So emerging in the 1st and 2nd centuries alongside early Christianity, Gnosticism flipped the biblical narrative entirely. Recorded in texts like the Apocryphon of John, found in the Nag Hammadi library, Gnosticism presents a deeply esoteric model. So what's the ultimate purpose? The true human origin stems from a high, purely spiritual realm of light called the Pleroma, originating with the true, nameless divine source. Then there's the lower creation. An emanation of light named Sophia, represents wisdom, accidentally manifested a flawed lower deity named the Demiurge, Yaldabaoth. Believing that he was the only god, the Demiurge and his rulers, the archons, fashioned a physical human body out of dense lower matter. This physical body was completely lifeless until Sophia tricked the Demiurge into breathing his inherited light essence into it. That essence became the divine spark trapped inside the human physical vessel. In this view, the human bodies are a material prison created by lesser entities, but our true origin is an immortal, multidimensional spirit that predates the material world. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is human origin based on the multidimensional time matrix model. In modern esoteric metaphysics and alternative cosmological frameworks, human origins are traced back millions of years before Earth even existed, linking humanity to a grand 15-dimensional time matrix. I posted about this in Facebook. You can search it. So what's the original template? This model suggests that the original human blueprint was seeded as a master biological entity in a much higher density layer. So specifically the fourth harmonic universe, spanning dimensions 10, 11, and 12. So what's the purpose? Unlike the Sumerian model where humans are slaves, or the materialist view where we are accidental animals, this perspective states that humanity was originally designed as a high vibrational 12-strand DNA collective. We were created to serve as guardians and grid keepers of the universal time matrix, holding cosmic frequencies. The fragmentation. Okay, so following ancient cosmic conflicts, often referred to as the Lyran Elohim Wars, the original high vibrational lineage fractured. So portions of the collective consciousness and genetic coding downstep through lower dimensions, eventually being seeded on Earth in our current 3D physical form to begin a long cyclical process of ascension and genetic reclamation. So this is where we're at right now. The last one, human origin based on the Vedic cosmic chronology, also known as the Sanatana Dharma. So in ancient Indian Vedic literature, humanity does not have a single local starting point. The universe operates in massive recurring cycles called Mahayugas, spanning millions of years. So humanity is manifested through the mind of Brahma, the creative aspect of the universe. We do not originate from physical mud or simple genetic splicing, but we are projections of universal consciousness descending into material nature. So, in regards to the materialization, the highest age, which is the Satya Yuga, humans are described as highly spiritual, long-lived, and possessing bodies made of subtle, semi-etheric energy. As the cycles progress downward into denser ages, like our current Kali Yuga right now, human bodies become denser, shorter-lived, and more physical. Origin here is an ongoing cosmic breathing and out of consciousness. So, to summarize the core differences of these six different views, the Bible emphasizes a localized moral relationship with a singular creator. The Sumerian tablets view humans as a biological workforce for an advanced council. These alternative frameworks view humanity as a sovereign cosmic consciousness, either climbing out of physical matter, which is the Hopi and Vedic teaching, waking up from a material illusion, which is the Gnostic teaching, or actively anchoring universal frequencies across dimensions, which is the time matrix. So dear ones, which one do you resonate with? The biblical version, the Sumerian tablet version, the Hopi version, the Gnostic version, the multidimensional model version, or the Vedic chronology? So I resonate, as you might have guessed, on the multidimensional model. That's why I was teaching that in my post. All right, I hope this helps, and start researching, and see which one you resonate with, and go from there.